Socom may be back, baby. Socom may be back. It's the one they call Top Diggity Dog, and I'm coming to you live, guys, because PlayStation may have the biggest, one of the biggest announcements that they can make. If it's true, and my sources is correct, we may end up getting new Socom. Now, I gotta speak to both parties that's watching this video, because I have one party over there that know what Socom is. Then I have another party that knows Call of Duty, and they're like, Socom, what is that? So I'm gonna address both parties, okay? All right, so first off, excuse me real quick. Let me talk to the people that know what Socom is, and then I'll get back to you guys later, okay? Okay, to you guys, Socom could be back because there's a lot of news that Guerrilla Games may be in charge of the new Socom, and PlayStation haven't announced it yet. Now, let me go ahead and clear the air. Let me take the sage, let me go ahead and strike the match, or light the fuse. But Socom may be back, but however, let me say that this is, at the same time, this news is not official like a referee whistle. But it's a lot of sources, it's a lot of things that's pinpointing to this to be true, and PlayStation is kind of keeping it in their deck of cards, and they haven't just dealed it out yet. But if you go back a couple months, well, what? Can't you go back last year or so? But anyway, Socom, Guerrilla Games have been looking for a lot of people to make a high-end multiplayer shooter. They have required some people that used to work on Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. I forgot the proper game. The game that a lot of people love and they keep on making DLC for. It's very, very tactical. They actually required a lot of people from that studio. And Guerrilla Games, y'all know, if Guerrilla Games do something, they usually do it great. Like me, I love the Killzone that came out, that launched with the PlayStation 4. Some people didn't. Some people was kind of like, story was alright, multiplayer, but at the same time, Killzone is not known for the multiplayer. It's known for driving home the story, in my opinion. But me as a Socom fan, because I'm gonna just give y'all a quick rundown. Socom was my first multiplayer shooter. Okay? When I got my PlayStation 2, it was always Madden, it was always Resident Evil, it was always the other games. But when I got that adapter that goes in the PlayStation 2, what was I playing online? Need for Speed Underground, Socom, and Madden. Those was my top 3 games I was playing. Every now and then I tried Outbreak. Some people did not listen to you. You had the headset. People did their own thing. They got killed by zombies, and you're just like, man, I'm alone. I'm facing the zombies. I'm facing the tyrants that's walking through the doors, ducking underneath the doors, and running at me. And man, but Socom was my first multiplayer shooter. So I am true. I had 1, I had 2, I had 3. I played Confrontation even when they announced it came out for the PlayStation 3. It sucked. It was made by Slant Slick. So Slant 6, all my Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City that got that game, y'all know what I mean. It was not that good. And they dropped the bomb on Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Good idea. I understand where they came from, but game sucked. Socom Confrontation, they tried to come out with that. A lot of people, what bought us in was, hey man, they're bringing back old maps. They're bringing back some of the old maps and putting in the game. That's why we went and got the game. But the game was garbage. It was straight up garbo. Then we ended up getting Socom 4 And that game was kind of doomed from the start. They didn't know it, but when they launched the game, even on launch week, is when the servers went down for PlayStation. And that was a letdown for a lot of people. And a lot of people, I mean, that was a while where we went without any type of internet connection, network of playing off the PlayStation server. But Socom was a game. Socom was a game. And guys, I'm going to tell y'all why it was a game. All you non-Socom don't know what Socom is. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit. But excuse me one moment. I'm speaking to the people that know what Socom is. Okay, back to you people. Socom was my game. Okay, it was my first multiplayer shooter. It's my first campaign experience, and it was the game, and it could be returning. So if it is true that Socom is coming back, forget Call of Duty. I might get it because some of my friends may still get it, and and I ain't even gonna lie. The trailer looked all right. It said it was captured on the PlayStation 5 gameplay from the PlayStation 5, which was awesome. The game looks great. Ronald Reagan, man, he looks just like Ronald Reagan. You see every wrinkle, every freckle, every whatever. You see it you see it all in his face. They did great. And you got to think, people, they did not even mocap. I mean, they didn't, not mocap. They didn't, I'm pretty sure they didn't get Ronald Reagan to walk down there to the studio and did all the cameras and the head scans. Maybe they did, but I doubt it. I'm guessing it had to be an artist that really just took all the pictures, all his side-by-sides, fronts, everything, and then just did the best work that they could. And if that's the case, man, you get the kudos, because that trailer with the graphics of Ronald Reagan looked just awesome. He's the one that stood out to me in the trailer. But back to Socom. Socom looked like it could be coming out. What I was saying is Guerrilla Games acquired a lot of people that worked on those games, the Ghost Recon that's doing so well. Very tactical. As soon as Guerrilla Games, I heard Guerrilla Games, I'm like, well, Guerrilla Games, they don't usually do anything wrong. Graphics always on point. Gameplay, they try to do their best to be on point. It says PlayStation exclusive. They're only locked to making PlayStation games. And I said, you know what? They may take the ball. They may run with this. But, excuse me one moment. Let me talk to the people that don't know what Socom is. Okay. People, for you guys that don't know what Socom is, what Socom was because if you play Confrontation, that's not true Socom. You play Socom 4, that's not true Socom, because in Socom 4, they was trying to keep up with the Call of Duty. They was trying to keep up with that game because that's the game that was popping then. So Socom 4 wasn't the truth. If you really want to play Socom, then you need to watch some videos on YouTube, because a lot of people do have great videos on YouTube of Socom 1, Socom 2, Socom 3. And I remember when I played Socom 1 and I loved it. Socom 2, loved it. And these games, by the way, people that don't know what Socom is, this was PlayStation rolling out a headset because it was new to the network. They just came out with that, the network adapter to put in the back of your PlayStation 2 to enjoy a multiplayer game. Socom was first story driven and multiplayer, you could play that. And it was so great. You green up, because that's what you hear. Hey, man, green up, green up, green up. That means you're ready. Everybody in the lobby had to green up, so you green up, you get into the game, very tactical shooter. You playing, you actually had to communicate. It's no Call of Duty mindset. It was no, I'm the Lone Ranger, I got this team. Now, can you still be that one-man army if all your teammates died and you can somehow win the game for your team? Yeah, you can. You got to be very, very smart, because that team on the other, side, they can be communicating and telling everybody, hey man, dude's here. Hey man, I got your 6. I got your, they can be very, very tactical with it. But nevertheless, That game was awesome. And then for people that play Call of Duty, for you guys that say, all right, well, on Call of Duty, man, when I get a scrub, a rubber dub scrub that hop in my game and then just start team killing, they start just being obsessive on the mic, they start doing all kinds of crazy things that you guys is not really even loving. It takes a couple votes, and you can kick them off your squad. And then Socom will bring somebody else in new. And you let them know real quick, hey, man, check it out. Hey, you're going to have to be a part of this team. If you ain't communicating, you ain't doing your job, we may vote you too. That's why a lot of people was really playing with clans and starting clans and everything, because that game, it had clans. It did it right. You put your tag there, you do everything. And you had people set up practices. They run tactical drills and stuff of maps. They did a lot. But that was a all out game experience with the SOCOM 1, SOCOM 2, SOCOM 3. I'm not going to speak on the other SOCOMs, because like I said, to me, 1, 2, and 3 was the primary. The 1 and 2 was about pretty much the same, different maps. They did add different mechanics, different UIs. But with the 3 was the one where everybody was like, oh, what? Because they added vehicles, the maps got bigger. They just turned the experience from a map like this to a map like that, so it got big. But this game is awesome. And I'm not even going to say if they're doing it right. Because as talking back to the old SOCOM fans, we know we've been let down a lot in the past. These developers has been coming out with some games. Like I said, Slant 6 is one of them, but even Zipper took it with the SOCOM 4, and they try to make it a Call of Duty game. You cannot make SOCOM a Call of Duty game. If you're going to do first person, you can do it right, but they didn't do it first person. They kind of did it over the shoulder. I think you can switch shoulders, but they did it over the shoulder. But it was so many Call of Duty elements, and then the game was buggy. It was glitchy. They tried to do an update. They tried to fix it. But it was too late. It had already lost its luster to a lot of people. But if this is true that SOCOM may be coming back, man, dude, man, I want number one. I gotta hear some news. I need to hear an official announcement, PlayStation. Number 2, I need to see some gameplay. And the buy-in is not even really the gameplay. The gameplay is one thing, yeah. If we see you really looking like because they actually went and got Navy SEALs. Because that's what it was, SOCOM Navy SEALs, for you guys that didn't know. It was SOCOM Navy SEALs. And they actually went and had the military to help them make that game. They even had the Buds training. I believe it was in 2. They had the Buds training video. You can see what Hell Week was like, what they experienced if you wanted to, maybe actually get into that line of becoming a Navy SEAL, of what all the new recruits would have to go through for the hell days and everything, with the logs and, the different times and then how long you got to hold your breath underneath the water. It was so great. And like I said, again, people that didn't play SOCOM was the game that came with a PlayStation 2 headset. It was the first. It came with it. Like, here, take it. You're going to need this. They did that, and the game took off like wildfire. Not only because people was able to talk to each other, but because the experience was so great, so tactical. Every gun felt completely different. I know how you're hearing about these new systems, and I know you experienced it with Call of Duty and some of these other multiplayer shooters. You probably felt of where the developers is actually saying, man, you pick up this gun, it's going to feel different from this one. The weight of this one is going to do the... SOCOM is a PlayStation 2 game. It felt like that. If you have the Barrett 50 cal, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to take hit markers. For Call of Duty, people that play Call of Duty and play regular, it's not going to take, pew, wait a minute. Okay, let me hit him again. Pew! Okay, now he's done. No. Barrett 50 cal, you heard it. I can't say you felt it. even though you kind of mentally felt it. But when you shoot a bear 50 cal, you kind of did feel it. And the power of it, you bam, put somebody down. But I forgot all the guns. I know it was a sniper rifle that began with a P. It was a P something. But the thing is, each gun felt different. And you was really putting them down. It wasn't no hardcore, no regular, no nothing like that. It was, this is the mode. It was no hit markers. I mean, yeah, you got the AK-47s and everything like that, but it was just, it was maneuvering because it was third person. So you just run around and you just strafing, shooting. But the game was awesome. It was very tactical, very great to play. And if it's true, like I said, this game is going to be a monster. And I hope PlayStation do some announcement, Guerrilla Games somehow do some announcement. I don't know if they're going to have David Sears come on the stage and say something about it, because a lot of people do know who David Sears is. That's the creative director of the game. But I just want to come to you guys, let you know that if this is true, boop, 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 and they do it right, boop, 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 you're not, yeah, you may see top dog on Call of Duty, like I said, because some friends may get it or whatever, and I go ahead and grab it for the PlayStation 5. But Socom is going to be my primary if they do it right. Okay, but it's the one they call Top Diggy Dog. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about everything in the comments below. Let me know. Put it down in the comments. I read my comments. You know I do. So let me know if you played Socom. Which one did you play? Did you enjoy it? And if you didn't play Socom, if you have any questions, put that in the comments below. I will answer them. And if I don't get to them, I'm pretty sure some people that's watching this video that played Socom, they can, a true Socom, can get on it, reply, let you know of how it was back in the days of playing Socom. Actually, to this day, some people still actually play Socom 1, Socom 2, Socom 3. And I know you may go, well, how is that possible? Because it's a program that you can put on your computer, and you kind of set it up somewhat as a landline to where you can control, you can actually still have, you can go into the server and still play it. That's the only way you can really play 1, 2, and 3. And well, I kind of heard that they may have put the service back online, which is another telltale signs, but I don't know. I haven't tried it. But again, if this is true, this is going to be a great, remarkable thing, and I think a big win for PlayStation. So just like I said, comment below, let me know what y'all think, but it's the one they call Top Diggity Dog. I'm out. Deuces.